This is Danny with QuadLugs, and we're going to install a body. In order for the body to fit, unless you want to do a lot of alterations on it, you have to go with our new building method, and that's putting an ESC down here. So if you have an existing set of lugs and you are running the deck up here and this is the pan, you'll just need to turn it around. Leave the pan in, it'll become the deck. The deck will wind up becoming the pan. So you'll pull these, pull the front off, pull the motor arm lugs off, take your deck off, and slide these body support lugs off, put them back on, turn down, take the deck that was here, fit it down below, and we keep it around 3 inches, and move your ESC here and put it back together, and you can put one of the bodies on. Now we sell the bodies on our site, and they're coming with the new kits, the 380, 480, 540, 610, and the 500 tricopter. So that's all it takes to do that. It's a real easy thing to do. It doesn't take very long at all, and you can put the body on. The bodies are going to be supplied with all the new kits, like I was saying. So I put it together, and at the bottom of this video, I'll go ahead and have a link to putting the body together. Very, very simple to do. And they're tough. It's amazing how tough they are. They're really strong. I've had a few crashes with them, and they survive. It's amazing. They're good. So if you put it on, and if you do order the body, you would have had to build the quad to the 380 or the 480 or the 540 or 610 dimensions, and that's on all the product pages. And it's you can take a look at the build videos for each, the new build videos for each, and we'll have those dimensions so they match up. Anyway, we'll go ahead and when you put it on, you'll see that it fits really good in between, and they're sold separately. The 380 and the 480 are the same size. The 540 is a different size. The 610 is a different size, and of course the 500 tricopter. So it's all on the site. You pick the one you want, and they're very reasonable, and they work really well. So you fit it on, and you decide on which way you want it. I mean, you can push it back like that, or you can push it this way, or you can put it in the center. Now, if I'm running, cameras or something on there, you may want to push it back, but you can, if you put a motor mount here like we do on a lot of them, and the camera can mount underneath, or you can, Velcro here, and this is a really good spot to put the Mobius, so it'll fit here underneath very, very well. And on the opposite side, the transmitter. So everything fits really good this way. So what I'm going to do on this one is that I'm going to pretty much center it up, and that's about where it goes. Now with each body you get a 3 by 6 inch piece of foam, and that's for these sides here. That is 3 inches from outside to outside, or from outside to outside, so the width of this will fit in there. If it's on one of the bigger ones, you cut it from this side. So we need 7/8 of an inch, and I measured that, and so we're going to cut 2 strips 7/8 of an inch, and that's going to be our side pieces. And I'm using you know, the my square here for. I'm just gonna. Well, I better not. I was gonna freehand it, but it probably better if I do it the right way. Okay. This may be really simple, but I love these knives. I mean, you know, they go really far out. I'm sorry, they go really far out, or they pull, you know, and that's the main thing, is that they pull in and they're safe while you're not using it. And it's real easy to do, so you know, you're constantly doing it and you keep these blades safe. You know, and they break off whenever, you know, it gets dull, you just break a piece off. And, you know, they continue all the way out to that far. So, really good. I get these from Hobby King, and they're very, very reasonable. Also, I've seen them at Lowe's and Home Depot. So, they work real good. So, I just thought I'd mention that. They're really good and they're really safe. So, this is what we're going to do. This is going to fit on the side here. So, what I like to do is, again, get this in where you want it, and that's about where I want it. Put this piece on, and you know, it's going to match up really good. So, on either side right here, I'm going to put me a mark on where I want this piece to be. I want it to be in between there. And the same thing here. And what we're going to do then is, this is going to be put on, we'll keep it in between those two, and we'll keep it flush with the bottom. So let me get the hot glue. So we'll go ahead, and it's surprising how strong this is. It's absolutely amazing. It's more than what you might think. So we're going to put that and keep it in between those two lines, and I put a little bit too much glue on there, but we're going to wipe that off. And I'm going to put it, I think, flush with the bottom here. Wow, I'm having a hard time with that, aren't I? And I'm just going to wipe that off. Maybe on the other side I'll put a little bit less and it'll be a little bit neater job. Now I'm going to go ahead and move it and get it right in flush with the bottom. And I'm going to trim this off in a minute, or make it smooth in a minute. Now we'll get the other one ready. And just a little bead on this one. I'm going to do this one a little bit better, I think. Okay. And we're going to put it in between the two lines, there and there. And we're going to put it flush with the bottom. There we go. And it is truly amazing how strong this becomes. So we're going to let this dry a little bit, and we're going to try our fit there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce this. And what I do is I'll run you know, some hot glue right here, and then I'll just run the hot tip on it, and it smooths it down really, really nice. Makes a really nice fit. And I'm going to do the same here. There we go. And then we're gonna let this dry a little while. Okay, that's dried pretty good. And we're gonna head and check our fit. And it looks pretty good. And we're gonna go ahead and get an 1/8 inch bit. And you can put 4 screws in here. I'm just going to put 2 in this one, and that's what I normally do, but you can definitely put 4. So what we'll do is line everything up. The body support lugs, if they need moving a little bit, we'll do that. So the best way to go is go in the middle of this wood this way, and then in the middle of this piece here, this way. So when you drill it, works out real good. There you go. We'll back that one out. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this screw in. Now you can use a 3/8 inch screw with this and a washer. And let me get to it here. And that will all be with the kit, or if you purchase the body separately, it will be with the body. So we'll give you 2 size screws with that. We'll give you 5/8 and we'll give you 3/8 and with washers. So we'll tighten that up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and turn it around, and we'll line these body support lugs again. And you can pull the top of them in a little bit. And we're going to be in the middle of the wood this way, and then in the middle of the body support lug this way. And we'll drill this one. And we'll put our 3/8 screw in with the washer. You can see when you do this, it starts locking in the body support lugs also into the wood. So we'll tighten that up, and we'll tighten this one up. And we don't want it so much as to, you know, crush the foam too much, but you can actually pull it pretty good and it won't crush it. It's pretty amazing. So there we are. If you wanted to, you could put, you know, 2 more screws, and, you know, that's great. This is the front again. This is coming out of the right hand side the way we built it, or we set it up. And there you go. You'll get stickers, QuadLug stickers like this. And if you want, you can definitely put that on there. You can also, you know, design your own. There's some real good sites on the tube on YouTube rather, to paint these, on how to prep it to paint it. And so you can do your own designs with that. Another thing that I do that helps out a tremendous amount with orientation is that these strips here. And, you know, you can get between, you know, 1/8 to 3/16. I normally use like an 1/8, I think, wide strip. And, you know, put them about every 1/8 or 1/4 inch apart and wrap it around like that. And you do that on the front, and you can put another color on the back. I normally don't, but you definitely can. But I do this quite a bit, and you can get this at your local hobby shop. You can get it at your craft stores, and it's real reasonable. And you can put that on and really have a good method of orientation, and the color of your choice to boot. Here you have the frame build, the electronics, the body put on, and this is our new look. And this is Danny with QuadLugs, and Thank you very much.